All right, just about to head into the office. First things up today, I got to work on some videos, marketing videos for some land. We just had to go live. I think the videos came out pretty good, so I'll get those up and we'll go from there. All right, spent the morning working on some marketing and getting, catching up with clients, and also take some photos of a house for the open house that we're doing this weekend. I am running to the car wash really quick, and then I'm going to get some drive-through before I have to pick up the girls, and then also go out and show some land here later today. So. All right, so I would say the number one thing I get asked as a real estate agent is, what is the market looking like it's doing, and where are we going with the market for the next while? And again, I don't have a crystal ball. I can only give you my educated guesstimate, but this is kind of what I'm seeing. First off, the biggest problem with the market right now is inventory. And if you look at where the fixes for the inventory are going to come from, is them building more homes, which with the builders, we're seeing an 18 months until the lumber issue is resolved, is what I read on an article recently. So if it's going to take that long, we're still at least a year or more, year and a half, until the builders are just able to handle the inventory with the lumber. That's not even the rest of it, where they're having employment issues of finding enough people to work on the sites. And then on the other side are things that are causing that demand going to change? Here in Arizona, especially in our part of the state, we're seeing a lot of people moving from out of state. So we're getting the people from Illinois, Washington, the California people who, you can't buy a house in California. You come to Arizona and you're buying a massive house for what you couldn't even get a shoebox for there. So they're taking their California money and bringing it here. That doesn't look like it's going to change for a while, so we're still going to see that. We're still going to see all those out-of-state people. The other groups that we've been seeing is the retirees coming to Arizona. You're still going to see that. You're also going to see the local demographics of millennials it's time for them to spread their wings and maybe move out of their apartment and get a house. You're still going to see that demographic purchasing, and that's bigger than the baby boomers. And the baby boomer generation, they're not like older generations. They may be slowed down and downsized. They're not doing it as much. They're not doing it as quickly. So you're still seeing that. And the other side of this market that we're seeing is people who want to move, who maybe want to downsize or upsize or switch houses, can't. So they're locked into it. So if things do slow down at some point, those people maybe would come back in the market, which would help our inventory issues. But the prospect right now is, I don't see a way for the inventory issue quickly to change. Now, there are possibilities as maybe when they open up foreclosures and everything else, maybe that would change. But a lot of people, unlike in the 08 time frame, they're not upside down on their houses. So those people can easily get out of that house. The amount of people going to foreclosure should be a lot less, because the foreclosure isn't the financially easiest way to do like it was back in 08, where the person is $100,000 upside down in a house. They said, there's no point in keeping it. Where with this, they're 50, 100,000 up, they'll just sell it or refinance it to solve the issues. So I think I don't know if we'll see that going into when they open up foreclosures, but who knows? I think right now the other thing is like here in Maricopa, there's 60 houses on the market right now. In Casa Grande, there's only 36 houses on the market when you take out like the builders and everything. there's just not a lot of inventory. 2 major cities, both of them 50,000 plus, and you have less than 100 houses. And I mean, the other side of this is the house prices are going to keep going up right now, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down. If you look at the graph, since January of 2020, the house prices have been climbing a lot. Right now in Maricopa, the medium house price is $360, in Casa Grande it's $349. Now, the other thing to think about, that's listing price, and medium listing price. But a lot of the houses are getting offered 10, 20, 30,000 over list. So you think about if they're offering a medium price for listing here in Maricopa is $360, and somebody's offering 10, 20, 30,000 over, that's kind of where they're selling at. That's insane, but that's what we're seeing right now. So I don't think, though, if you're a first-time home buyer, don't lose heart, because there are ways, with a good agent where we can find a way to get you into a house. It's just, thinking out of the box a little bit and trying to figure out, okay, not going for the house that's listed on the first day. Trying to figure out, how do we get you into a home? How do we find a different option for you? But there are ways to do it. So if you're a first-time home buyer, don't look at this and say, oh my gosh, there's no way for me to help do something. I've seen plenty of them get into houses. So it's just being a little bit more creative, being a little bit more open, kind of working hand in hand with your agent to find a creative solution to give you an opportunity to get a house. But in general, the market is on fire and still crazy, and I don't see it going down for a while. So again, though, you never know what could happen. Tomorrow, something crazy could happen, and next thing you know, that changes. But based on where we're seeing inventory levels at and the solutions for fixing inventory, it's just not there. So funny. So I'm planning my schedule to meet my client and everything around the fact that I got to pick up the girls at 3 o'clock today from school. Then all of a sudden I'm sitting here at the house working on the computer, and in walks my wife and the girls, because I forgot today's half day on Wednesdays, which is the day my wife is off because it's a half day. Those days when you just were like, oh, so in the mode of getting everything, trying to manage your time, and then you realize, oh, it's the wrong day. Is what it is. About to run out to meet my client to look at some property. So we'll see how this property works, and maybe it's something that'll work for him. Just got done showing the land out in the acreage. Looked a nice big lot, so hopefully the client is going to be able to do something with it. He likes it, so should be putting an offer here in the next couple days on it. And just run through a quick drive through here on the way back home. All right, been doing some work for our clients. Now about to run the girls over to gymnastic practice, and we'll go from there. All right, just picked the girls up from gymnastics. Now we're going to go eat at Texas Roadhouse. They actually have a wait in your car wait list thing, so that's kind of nice. So we're just sitting out here waiting for them to say, hey, it's time to come in. Just got done with the Texas Roadhouse. Prime rib had way too much fat on it. Considering I bought the bigger one, I felt like they kind of gypped me with giving me one that was probably 1/3 fat. But is what it is. Girls loved the free rolls. They thought the rolls were amazing.
Especially with the cinnamon butter. Avery doesn't it, so she didn't have it. She liked cinnamon, obviously, but
Yeah, so
I liked it.
Yeah, so they loved the rolls. Probably ate like 6 each. Apple and Avril shared the catfish, and it was okay. I think they both thought it was decent. And Avery got a hot dog and thought it was a halfway decent. So the overall atmosphere place was pretty good.
8
so.
or 9 out of 10.
All right,
I give
awesome.
it an 8.